Let's jam! Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Waterdeep Dragon Heist. As you might see, for all of you people actually watching this live or watching the VOD, our dear friend RJ, our tiefling in the house Hubris, is currently MIA. It seems like he is experiencing some train issues, which... I know it's 2018, but apparently trains are still a preferred method of transportation, and honestly, we should have more trains. That's my stance on the matter. And before we begin, I would like to say thank you to one of our newest follows that I saw that we ended up getting. Someone by the name of Myro Lauren. Myro Lauren, thank you for the follow. I believe that you will be a cool guy, so...
Is Milo on right now?
It is Myro Lauren. No, I don't believe that they are on,
No.
but in case they go back and watch the VOD, I still want them to know that we thank them.
Can I do the thing?
Yes, please! As long as you are on this channel, please, for the love of God, do the thing. It makes me so happy.
What is it? It's Myro
Lauren.
For you, man. Oh, when you're a new follower, I take this big mallet and I hit that guy in the face.
Yay! What a good way to start a game.
You just see the spirit of that going, ow, quit following.
No, don't quit following. We can beat him down 1 HP at a time. So, on top of that, we are also still having our D&D book bundle giveaway, which is being hosted through gleam.io, where you can win any number of prizes, including Dragon Heist Waterdeep Dragon Heist. I don't know why that's such a fucking problem for me.
Dragon Deep Water Heist is the after show?
Yeah. Where you can get some pretty sweet stuff. I will be sending one lucky winner a Waterdeep Dragon Heist book, as well as the Waterdeep Dragon Heist dice. Not these particular ones, but I bought new ones. But they're amazing dice, and I was using them all throughout last week. It was great. Greybeards making it rain. So I will post the link to the D&D book bundle giveaway in the chat, and also you may want to check on Twitter because I will be posting more links there. So that is it for announcements and giveaways and all sorts of stuff. Other than that, thank you to all you AudioCast listeners for your constant dedication and listening. It's really awesome to see the numbers on that grow each and all of the weeks. It's great. So there's the giveaway in there. Boom. We got everything that we need in order to start. So last week in Waterdeep, we had a semi-split party as Barry, our delightful wolf, was stuck in Waterdeep's prison, having assaulted a prominent member of the Woodworkers Guild not several days ago, and his sentence ended up being a set of 10 days, forcing him to be stuck inside of Waterdeep's prison for 20 days. JD, thank you for gifting a sub to Barry.
She's the sub fairy.
She's JD the sub fairy. Check under your pillow. Guess what? It's a JD gift sub. So, Barry, you were stuck in prison, but while you were there, you ended up finding a set of friends that you weren't necessarily expecting to find. And as a result, you agreed that once you were on the outside, that you would join them in their little side family. A tiefling named Zan, a dwarf named Noska, as well as a small group of other new friends. And so you are currently set to be released tomorrow morning. We also had, in following up with everybody else, Ghost and Kronk, you guys had finally tracked down the one who, in a moment of revisionist history, had killed Ghost's family, but not burned down the house or anything such as that. As I had said last week, and that got corrected because I really need to write stuff down more often. But In this case, these were the people that were responsible for the death of Ghost's family, so having tracked them down, spending years of her life up to this culminating moment, Ghost finally found Father Lewitt Waldner, who was actually preaching at the Spire of Morning, the temple of Lathander within the city of Waterdeep. Having seen this person and tracking down where they lived, Ghost and Kronk lay in wait inside of Lewitt Waldner's house, where they heard a door open and footsteps approaching. Acting quick, they grabbed whoever it was that was currently there, walking through the door, and after a very heartfelt moment between Ghost and this individual, you managed to slay him in this house and began to light the building on fire as a moment of poetic justice for him to go out much in the same way that your family did. But after you dropped the body, it was not that guy. It was instead a servant who looked very close to Father Lewitt Waldner. And so you guys had killed an innocent man, burned down a house, and Ghost, you had escaped through the window, but Kronk, you had to smash your way through the wall in order to actually escape this building without just going through the front door. And you made your way back to Troll Skull Manor, and have been there for at that point it was about 4 days in to your overall stay of your long period of 20 days. So for the remainder, Ghost had said that you were being much more shut in, much more closed off. As when you had initially came through, you had kicked in the door, ran to your bed, and was just doing the Kylo Ren destroy everything in the room, having that happen. So I would like for us to kind of pick up right there. Currently, it is just Ghost and Kronk who are dealing with this moment alone, as Hubris is still downstairs doing bar managerial things and making sure that the building is actually getting repaired properly.
Okay, thanks. All right, sorry. So this is like how many days after?
We will say that this event is going to be where you guys are currently talking. We'll say that it's 3 days after the initial arson.
Okay. So Ghost is sitting with her back to the bed on the floor. Her hair is disheveled. And she's just kind of sitting on the floor with her legs crossed. She has her right hand on the wooden floor, and she's using her gauntlet to just scrape wells into it very slowly and methodically, and she's just staring off into the distance.
And so what we were discussing earlier has already occurred. This is your sadness. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The door opens, and a very stoic, not that he's not always, but an extra stoic Kronk comes in, almost like a servant, and he has a tray of food, and he just basically swaps it out with either an empty or full tray. Are you eating at this point?
Yeah, picking at it. She's not like starving herself, but.
All right. And so I, put the plate down, and her back's to me, and Kronk stares for a moment and almost says something. And then he just bows a little bit and walks backwards out the door and closes the door. Okay. And then takes the plate down to lift or someone else to be washed, because Kronk don't do that.
Yeah.
What time of day is it?
We're going to say for this event that this is... Kronk will have come in the mid-morning, and he was going to be giving you breakfast / taking away your dinner tray, and that's the one that he ended up seeing that had kind of been picked on, but not necessarily like snarfed down.
Okay. So nobody would be out and about yet, like in the actual pub?
No, you guys, you've set your business hours to be a comfortable mid-afternoon, later evening bar, just so that way you can kind of have the run of the place in the mornings. As you know that right now, your only real draw that you have to Spirits and Spirits is the fact that not Doug plays there in the evenings.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I am going to look at the food, kind of take a moment, and I'm going to get up and brush my hair so that it's the pulled back and just has the couple pieces in front of her ears.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to listen in the doorway and like to see if Hubris is out and about.
Okay.
Or if he's still asleep.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Okay. 9.
Okay. So with your 9, you can't really hear much of individuals, as the construction on your bar is still taking place. So a lot of the sounds that you're hearing are more of just the sounds of industry as things are getting fixed and rearranged and kind of just sorted around your house, getting ready. And one of the things that they ended up doing was that there was kind of like an unnecessary hallway that was on the bottom floor. And so they actually had removed that to create an outer porch-like setting that now has shutter windows that you guys can access into the bar. Just so that way, when it does end up getting rather full in the evenings, you guys can open up the doors and kind of let some of that heat and humidity out. Okay.
I'm going to, if there's people out and about, then she's going to speak to Liv. Liv, are you here?
And you just, you hear a clattering sound, and you look over and you just see that a mug that Kronk had left on the nightstand just and just pops itself up and down twice.
Can you send Kronk back up here, please?
Okay. And so it just takes hey, this kid's back. Welcome.
How you doing, buddy?
Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Live!
Oh, we live.
I'll leave that for the break then.
Okay. Sounds good.
Fuck the transit system.
All right.
No,
It'll be fine.
Well, if you want to know the story, you can become a Patreon member and listen to our after show.
This is true.
Dragon Deep Water Heist.
Yeah.
drag my name through the mud. Water heist.
Water heist. Alrighty, so I have changed up the scene so you guys are fine in that. Okay. Welcome, RJ. Currently, we are going over what has happened during our 20 days downtime, and Ghost was on her way to go and look for Kronk. She has sent Liv off. Hubris, this is going to be the 3rd day after Ghost's failed attempt at vengeance, and she has been very shut off and kind of just withdrawn into her room to the point where not even Kronk is really able to get much communique out of her. And you've seen Kronk walk down, like he's brought food to her, and then you've seen him later, about like 8 or 10 hours later, the next time that he would assume somebody would need food, comes back and the tray is only partially picked at. What have you been doing these last 3 days? Just so that way, or I guess what does Hubris's morning look like while construction is still going on at this house? As you guys are about halfway through the overall renovations, it would be about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. The bar is already finished though, and we're operating out of it.
This is during your downtime, just during the overall downtime, so that way we're leading up to the event, to when Wolf actually gets out of prison. Because you guys had done a lot of downtime stuff in like the first few days And then we sort of fast played, but I know that you guys have been sending me a lot of messages this week asking about wanting to utilize that downtime for character moments, so I don't want to squander on any of that. So we're going into those.
The first part of his morning is basically go out, get supplies for the bar, what's needed, like food for the day for Kronk and Ghost if she was willing to eat. Overall, I think he's just operating and managing things as best as he can.
Okay.
Hubris, you would have noticed, like, after day 2, Kronk kind of shut down. Yeah, he's just not talking, kind of thing. It's pretty much training, and that's about it.
Yeah, day 2, so at some point he would have taken Kronk aside, poured him actually some ale. Hey, big guy, how you doing?
Sorry, that's just he just kind of grunts.
How's
You need something?
I'm just wondering how things are going. How's Ghost?
And Kronk pulls up his tunic, and you could see he's got claw where he got stabbed. He puts his tunic back down.
Anyway, Hubris is gonna just set Kronk down, rummage in the back for the first aid kit, and start treating him.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah. She did that, huh?
I wouldn't go in there.
No. You, sir, are made of far tougher stuff than I am.
And as you say that, you both hear the sound of chalk on chalkboard that you have recognized to be Lift trying to get into communication. And looking over, you see that there is a very stick figure-esque drawing of Kronk that just sort of spreads out with its arms with a arrow that points over, and then you see what looks to be a sheet that has 2 holes cut in it.
All right. Kronk kind of and then stands up, and he does a little bow to you, and then he takes a step backwards, and he turns on his heels and heads upstairs.
Yeah. Hubris rubs the back of his head, thinking, "Oh, this is not good at all."
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Head up.
Ghost, after about 5 minutes or so, Kronk ends up coming back up into the room.
And this is day 3.
Yeah, this is 3 days after the events with the priest of Amanatur.
So as Kronk enters, she is standing and she's buttoning up a shirt. It's like she's actually getting dressed. Thank you for giving me space and taking care of me.
That's what partners do.
Yes, and I think that you've gotten the raw edge of this deal recently, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I lashed out.
Again, Kronk is being extra stiff, like standing tall and very straight, where usually he's kind of, always in motion until he turns to stone. So he's still standing there kind of like a servant, but then you can see his eyes, it's getting a little watery, even though they don't have pupils. And he, I guess he does something like, like lumps his big hand into your shoulder.
Oh.
And like, so we're all good then?
Of course, we were never bad. May I heal you?
He pulls up this tunic and shows where,
Yeah.
way too much bandage was used to wrap around his
Who
his torso.
did this?
Well, it's so much that he's so thick that, you normally would only have to use, this much to wrap around someone. So, and I'm like, Hubris did it.
Oh, is he downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'm going to spend a little bit more time up here just planning, getting my thoughts together. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that I was okay.
We're good.
Okay. And I place my hand on him and cast Cure Wounds.
Nice.
What does your heal wounds look like? I don't think we've ever seen you cast it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You usually get dropped in combat first round, so it's been very difficult.
Oh,
And I thought I was the one firing the guns.
needs to heal herself from that bird.
I reach out my hand and I would say it's a gold light to go with my god. So it's kind of just like if you put your hand on a light bulb, that sort of light is shining up from my hand and then goes away. You feel this warmth in that part.
Does and this is for you, Indoor, does healing magic remove scars? Or is it only like restoration?
The scars will stay there if it's like a really grievous wound. Like if you have a giant chunk missing out of you and the skin had to stitch back together really quickly, then yeah, you're going to be left with kind of a gnarly scar. But if it's just with Ghost's claws, this is going to be a very thin set of scars. They'll be barely noticeable against your otherwise like porcelain white skin. But when you look at them in the right angle, you will see what looks to be these scars just kind of on your side.
And as a way backstory note, from the time that Ghost and Kronk met, Kronk didn't have any scars at all. Every scar he's got's been since then.
Okay.
So it's really just, it's like a story. His wounds are a story of their adventures, because before that, his masters kept him statuesque.
Yeah.
They would use like restoration to get rid of any scars so that he just looked like a statue.
Yeah. And then after leaving them, you just didn't really have access to that kind of magics for a while.
Yep. Okay.
And so she just kind of continues to fix, like she has realized how much damage she's done to this room, so she starts picking up.
Okay.
Will that be it?
You're not my servant, Kronk.
Then he belts a little bit. The muscles kind of like slow a bit. And it's like, so you want some help then?
No, I think this is one mess that I need to clean up myself.
Oh, you?
Yes.
And he leaves like normal Kronk instead of, the backing away step. He just kind of lumps his way out.
Okay. And then Kronk, what did you want to be doing during your downtime? Because I know that you had asked before we started, do we get any chance to use that sweet 50 gold we got?
Yeah. I'm going to do a reveal later.
Okay.
I guess he spent some, he went out a few times. He got some new clothes for some reason, and he hasn't been wearing his normal stuff. He's been leaving his chainmail down in the pit or on training dummies, just so that he doesn't look like him as much.
Okay. That's fair.
Like he can disguise himself.
I actually have the skill in the disguise kit, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to look more barbaric than
Yeah. No, for
than
sure.
Kronk does. So
All right, sounds good. All right. Yeah, during this time, most of it goes by pretty similarly, unless anybody had any other downtime activities that they would like to cover before going into the final day before Ghost's release. Or before Wolf's release, god damn it. We need once we get the chance for more emotes, one of them will be it's Ghost not Wolf. And the other will say it's Wolf not Ghost.
and then god damn it.
Yep. Always the goddamn it one. Ghost, did you have any further activities that you wanted to do during the downtime?
I probably not. Probably would stay pretty alone in my room, in our room. But there's nothing I really need to go get. Not yet. I don't think is it safe to go out? I don't know if it's safe to go out, I guess.
That's fair. That would be something that you would have to get one of your friends to kind of ask around. Because where we ended last week, there were still flyers out just asking information. And from what you guys have actually heard about that fire that started, it actually spread out to 2 other houses, the ones that were on either side of it. They weren't completely damaged, but a lot of the materials inside were destroyed. And that is why you kind of realize why, arson is usually not an okay thing, but with the compact nature of Waterdeep, that's why it is so dangerous.
Has anyone been saying murder and arson or just arson?
They have been saying that it was arson with somebody trapped inside of the home. But they aren't necessarily sure. They don't have any leads going off of that.
Okay. Then no, I would have stayed as ghostly as possible, just in and out.
Okay.
And just as like a weird juxtaposition scene, in that time where she's off in solitude, you see Kronk curled up in the fight pit sleeping.
Aww.
That's where he's been. Nobody would notice because, well, he tends to go to bed and then get up and train early anyway, so people probably wouldn't even have thought about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, so then we were going to go into the night before Wolf gets released. Hubris, I know that you had something that you wanted to do.
Hubris scrawls something on some parchment and sticks it in front of the tavern door.
Okay.
And it says closed for private event.
Sure thing.
Yeah. Just walks into the center of the bar, clasps his hands. All right, everybody. So, bit of a surprise. We're closed tonight.
Can I take my beer with me? I'm halfway in it right now.
If you bring the mug back.
That sounds like a mighty fine offer, sir. And you see a lot of them just pick up with their mugs and strut out.
Wait. I'm gonna need all of you. And they're gone.
And you see up on the chalkboard, up in the top right corner, it says mugs missing. And then just single tallies begin to etch themselves in.
Great. All right, everybody, gather around.
And Dabble is actually with Not Doug, and they're kind of heading towards the door. And he's All
read you
right.
guys.
I assumed a private event would need music, but it's also. Do you have a specific set in mind? It would have been a little nice to have some,
Do you
future
have
planning on this one.
anything under your repertoire under relaxing dinner?
Yes, I think I can do something like that.
Right.
He looks at he looks at the rest of the band, and it is just a small little three-piece. And he's like, all right, well, relaxing dinner? And they all just like, relaxing dinner. Yeah. And so they all just kind of like set up. And he's like, does this sound good? And he is going to make a performance check. And he gets a 17 on his performance check. So it actually does sounds good. Sounds nice. You see that one of them, that he's also using the magic of his lute to actually create a more full-bodied sound. It's much easier for him to amplify it, or it's much easier for him to control his own acoustics based off of the actual instrument itself, rather than relying on trying to find a better spot on the stage.
If I like Kronk's attitude between today and yesterday is a lot better.
So Kronk's attitude would have improved over the last 14 days. Like everything that they had covered was at day 6 of your 20 days downtime.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So nice. Okay. Good timing. Hollow, Ellie, Geralt, Klee, front and center, please.
And they all just kind of like look at each other and then walk forward. They are doing they're being respectful. They have their hands behind their backs, just sort of waiting, but they are looking a tad bit confused.
Who? What?
Your waitstaff.
Oh, wait. So, okay. Just rubs his chin. All right. So, I'm not kicking you out. Oh, I'm kind of kicking you out.
Are we going to get any severance pay tonight? I kind of used this money to pay my rent, buy groceries.
Oh no,
bills.
no, I'm kidding. Yes, you're gonna get severance pay.
Oh, thank God. Thank the
I'm not a
gods.
monster. Just like I have a thing that I want to do tonight, and so all of you can. He rifles in his pockets and he pulls out like 4 gold pieces
Okay.
and hands them up like this. Have a night on me.
And they all just kind of look at each other and just, sure. And you actually see that Eliota turns to Klee and kind of like pats him on the chest real quick. Just like, now we can go see that Mummers show we've been wanting to go. And he's like, I know, it's going to be great. And they happily take their coins and they are going to go off to the theater.
Don't party too hard. You have the morning shift.
They just kind of wave you off as they continue on.
Kids.
And Hollow just kind of bows, takes his money, and leaves very quietly. As you know that he's not exactly a very talkative employee, but he gets the job done. And then Garrett just kind of looks at the coin, looks at you, and just... I mean, thanks. It's not every day you get a boss who's willing to pay you an entire 10 days worth of wages just for a single night out. So if you need anything, I'll be your runner. I had no plans this evening. I canceled all the plans that I had. And I'd feel awkward just uncanceling them.
Yeah. Help me with some tables.
Sure thing. And he definitely does help. He helps move tables for you and gets things prepared just the way that you, just to your specifications. And then once you're done, he gives you leave and says, well, I think I'm actually going to go Yawning Portal and enjoy a drink. Have a good one.
Good night.
I'll stake out the competition for us. And he just walks out after. So now it is just your little bard troupe that's casually playing just some relaxing dinner music.
fucking hells? He looks at the kitchen, looks at the table he sat up. I should have hired someone to cook.
And Davil just laughs. He has a very hearty laugh when you say that. And he sets down his lute and he hops off the stage and he looks at his band. He says, well, I mean, we travel on the road sometimes. We have a quick set of hands. What do you need?
Multi-talented, very nice.
A jack of all
right.
trades, if you will.
Jack of all trades. Help me in the kitchen, please.
All right. Yeah. So these three bards will go back into the kitchen and they will begin helping you prepare whatever meal you see fit.
Something simple. He's not a very complicated tiefling. He's very
They
probably
will,
stew.
When you say stew, and they ask you, well, okay, so like, what kind of emotion are you planning on bringing out with this food? Are you just looking for something of sustenance, or are you looking for a little razzle dazzle?
Comfort.
Give us 20 minutes of your kitchen's time. And you see them kind of talking amongst themselves. And from the stock of food that you've had prepared, they actually managed to throw together some shepherd's pies.
In that time, Hubris runs out to the coffee shop and buys something and then runs back.
Okay. Sure. And by the time that you get done with your trip to the astral saucer, you return, and they have kind of set back up on the bar and say, well, it's only going to be another 5 or 10 minutes until they're ready out of the oven. So, yeah, we'll just keep playing. I mean, you pay us by the 10 days, so we're just gonna keep going.
Can you start up on my signal?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Cool. And Hubris like snaps his fingers and puts out all the candles inside the tavern.
Okay.
And he's gonna make his way upstairs.
Sure.
All right, roll of the dice. She's either gonna rip your head off or say no. What's the worst that can happen? Rip your head off. That's what it is. Okay.
Am I alone in the room? Is Kronk with me?
Is Kronk with you?
This is like 10 days or more later, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is on the 20th day total.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, it's me.
Yeah.
Would you mind coming with me downstairs?
And I shift over to Kronk and I say, "Can you grab the door real quick?"
And Kronk is like his boulder head. It's just smile, you know. And he like lumps over, and as he gets like 2, 3, 1 to the thing, it just becomes the skull face again, and he opens the door.
And the best part is, with your elvish boots of sneaking, you make no footsteps.
Yeah.
He likes to say "boo." Okay. Mhm.
Hello, sir.
Kronk,
Mm.
you can let him in.
Steps
And
back.
Ghost is in her PJs. A very nice, just above her knees, nightie.
Hubris is like looking up at the ceiling. He's like, yeah, hi.
You want me to come downstairs?
Yes, dressed, please, if you will.
For what?
Dinner? Did promise you one.
I look at Kronk. See what Kronk says.
He's trying not to smile.
I just
He is
I
trying
turn
not
to
smile.
Kronk. Excuse me, sir, but can I ask your daughter out on a date?
And okay, Kronk probably gets this one, and
Mhm.
so he does the skull face, and then folds his massive arms, and he's like, mm-hmm.
I'll have her
And-
back before midnight.
And that's when you notice that Kronk too has on a nightshirt that's just above his knees. And
They match.
Matching jammies.
Yeah. All right. Give me 15 minutes.
See you then. Turns, closes the door behind him.
Okay. And now are you waiting for her in the bar?
He's gonna wait for her at the. I imagine there's like a threshold to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. I get dressed in my normal attire because I've gotten dressed up before. And it didn't work out. So, and then she's gonna kind of look at Kronk as she leaves. Should I go easy on him? That's why I like you so much. And I like pat his chest and walk out the door.
as soon as she's gone, Kronk's like, "Oh mine."
And as you lay back, you just hear this doo 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 as you look over, and there's a bottle that's just filling up a mug for you.
Mm.
Mom never lets me drink in bed.
It sloshes everywhere.
Then I'm gonna head downstairs and outside.
Yeah, and you'll see that Hubris is waiting outside for you.
So you put a table aside.
Something like that, yes. And he'll open the door slightly and then snap his fingers and light all the candles in the room.
The romance.
Yeah, and you hear that very nice dinner music. Music to dine to has started playing in the background.
Oh,
Mademoiselle, I welcome you to the humble house of spirits and spirits.
not bad. I offer my hand.
And you can smell that there is a savory and doughy scent that's coming from inside of the building. And as you walk into the bar, you see that on this table there are two of these shepherd's pies on either side of the table that have just been set in, where one of them has its fork kind of pressed into it to really help the aroma come out. And you see that that Not Doug is just playing to an empty room, but there's not a whole lot of light on them. You just see their silhouette, but you've recognized them at this point.
Yeah. Where is everyone?
Close the bar out today just for this.
And Ghost, like, just a hint of a little smile on one side, and she quickly turns. Well, are you going to get my chair?
But of course, madame. And walks her over, pulls the chair out, and motions.
I sit. Did you bake?
You don't want me baking.
This is nice.
Hubris will. The food's already set on the table, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Sit across from her, sit down, and just kind of, well, dig in, as they say.
Begin to eat.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's delicious.
Ooh.
It is
This
very,
is-
very good.
It's not bad. Who made this?
You can thank our resident jack of all trades.
I reach into my pocket and I pull out a gold. I flip it up.
All right. And it seems without almost skipping a beat in the song, you just see a hand reach out and snatch it. It just keeps playing. But when you look over, you see that rather than picking on it with his fingers, he's now using the gold coin that you've thrown at him as his pick to continue playing. As the coins in Waterdeep are, they aren't shaped like, they aren't a spherical coin. They are instead this kind of anvil-shaped coin. So he's using one of the plucked edges to kind of continue strumming.
Nice. And Ghost is going to eat, and she's not going to say anything. She's just, and she seems to be enjoying the food.
Yeah. Hubris will, eat. Maybe not say anything as well until they're finished.
Mm-hmm. She puts her fork and knife down, upside down, and scoots it forward. And she just looks at him.
I do hope you enjoy dinner, but there is one last thing, if you will. Do we have a terrace sort of area?
Oh, yeah, you described it.
Yeah, no.
This area.
There is, so outside of the bar, there had been a hallway, but because it seemed a little useless in terms of form and function to just have a hallway that had more doors that entered into the same bar, it actually got removed out. So now there is just this kind of front patio area for people to go out and stand upon.
I'll meet you out front.
Out back? Is it
Out
out
back.
front or out back?
It's to the front of the bar.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Out front.
Yep.
You'll retrieve what he bought at the coffee shop and meet her.
I will go out front, leaning on the railing.
It's not much in terms of dessert. I'm not a baker by any means, but he has two paper cups of hot chocolate.
Where did you get hot chocolate from?
Coffee shop. I was trying to get fresh cocoa beans, but Fala couldn't import them soon enough for this event. So, as they say, store-bought is fine.
She takes it, smells it.
Oh, sorry. And he'll snap his finger over it and warm it up with prestidigitation.
Nice. Yeah, she takes it and smells it. Her ears kind of twitch a little bit, and you see her eyes close as her mind kind of goes elsewhere, and she takes a sip and kind of
It's
sets it down.
very sweet, very rich. As it's not like they would have the option of using anything other than like whole milk. So it's a very, very warm, thick hot chocolate.
Yeah. Thank you. I think I needed this.
Yeah.
Why now?
There was a lot of time to think, and I did a lot of thinking. I don't know what happened prior to, and I know given time you'll open up about it. I can't offer any more than just comfort.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sip.
And at this point, you've seen that the windows to the bar have all been just like gently pushed open, so that way you guys can still hear the music that's being played.
I took what you said to heart, by the way. And
About lying.
yes, I did mean what I said that night. No more lying, not to you.
Thank you. We've had a lot of troubles recently, and I don't think that lying can be part of that.
Yeah.
But if you need help and you don't know how to ask for it, you can always ask Kronk. Because he will understand even if you don't.
Hubris smiles. You're just gonna enjoy the night now?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys are out enjoying the night, make a perception check.
Wait, hold on. Oh, I think I know.
9.
14.
Okay, so yeah, with your 14, you look down the alleyway and you can see that a blind has just been pulled down with Froon kind of giving you guys the stank face while you're out on your balcony.
Over Ghost's shoulder, like kind of covertly, I just go, "Come on, like come on."
And he just stares at you, and then the blind closes.
I finish my cup and I place it down, and then I just squish it. And I kind of
Digs in his back pocket for a handkerchief and gives it to her.
Oh.
Hot cocoa.
Yeah.
Palm.
white fur.
Just
Yes, that's not the right thing to do.
Any other character, sure.
That's what LB would do. I thank you and hand it back. Did you have any other plans for the night?
No, not really. Just maybe work on something that I've been doing for the past couple of nights.
Mysterious.
It'll be a very good surprise.
For whom?
Everyone. She's coming together very nicely.
Ghost kind of cocks her head to the side. Okay. Well, are you going to walk me to my door?
No, because I'm not a prop. Of course I'm going to walk you to your door.
All right. And you guys walk up the steps to the actual living quarters of your place. And when you get to the front door, the door actually opens up for you as Liv opens the door. And as you guys continue on, you make your way to your bedroom, Ghost. And as you get there, you open up the door and you see that Kronk is just sprawled out on the bed, just sawing logs. He seems to have passed out just from being comfy and being able to actually find his comfy spot.
I'm just right on you. So you might gotta throw the money.
You get used to it.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's another day.
Yes, we have to go pick up Wolf.
You'll have to go pick up Wolf.
Yes. Well, didn't you only have to serve 10 days?
Yes.
Yeah. you would know that you have gotten confirmation that there was a little bit of a discrepancy in the yard that had caused fake Hubris to have to be in there for 5 extra days, but he's been out for 5 days now.
I want my clothes back.
Have you just been wearing the thigh-high boots and the peacoat this entire time?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I've been wearing my regular outfit, my all white.
Oh, okay.
I spent money on that. I'm not letting him get away with it.
Fair enough. So yeah, and yeah, we'll say that you would have gotten your clothes back from that guy at this point. So yeah, do you guys have anything else that you would like to do for the evening, or do we want to go into tomorrow's morning?
Do I have Xantharum contacts, or is that Zent contacts?
The Zentarum contacts? Yes, you would. You know where to find Old Nubtooth, the Zentarum urchin who had initially helped you find Wolf in the City of the Dead. And then you also would know that you would be able to kind of ask around at the rested crustacean down on the dock ward, as that's a pretty common Zent bar, and you would be able to get contacts through there, and that's usually how you contact your handler, other than when your handler contacts you.
Okay,
and your handler
that's all.
Being Zaraj.
Zaraj. Yeah, that's just what I want to know.
Okay, it's cool.
We say goodnight then, and I get a little patch on the corner of the bed
Okay.
where Kronk's legs are not. No, I'm gonna sleep. Nope, I'm gonna sleep on the corner. I'm not gonna sleep between his legs. Like a cat would.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that because he wears a t-shirt.
Yeah. It's nothing that you haven't seen before, but
right.
It's still like kind of scarring each time.
Matching t-shirt.
Yes, of course. But yeah.
Alrighty.
I'll let him take up most of the bed.
Alrighty, sounds good. So then, yeah, you guys go through your evening unaccosted, and then you wake up the next morning. And while you're going about your nightly duties and kind of getting ready, you can hear through the floorboards.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Are they coming back?
Fuck. I'll run downstairs. Hey, sorry.
They have already packed up and they are making their way out. We're like, we heard you walk up the stairs.
It's very much appreciated, lads. And lads?
Yeah, it's 3 lads.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Thank you very much once again.
It's no worry. Always there to help a friend. And my proprietor.
Oh, tomorrow there's gonna be a new face hanging around. He's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
gonna be hanging around after hours, so if you have any questions, that's why.
Is he an employee? Is he... What? Is he just like a friend who hangs out? Is he the janitor? Like, what is this guy's job here?
He's a friend who hangs out.
All right. Half-price drinks it is, then. I mean, I'm just the bard. I really don't control any of this.
That's fine. That's fine. Whatever you guys need.
All right. Sounds good. Have a good night, boss. And he and the rest of Not Doug will escort themselves out. So yeah, you guys have a relatively easy night's sleep. It's one of the first times in a while where a lot of the issues that you've had kind of dwelling internally have all been lifted off of your shoulders. So it's actually like a really nice sleep for everybody. And then you wake up bright and early the next day. And you all 3 of you are going to the prison? The Hall of Justice?
Justice!
Justice!
Yes.
Alrighty. And you guys would know that at this time, it is actually getting a little colder out now. You can see that all of the leaves that had fallen down have now just kind of fallen onto the ground, and occasionally you'll see them coated with a very thick mid-morning frost that lasts up until about 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 or 10, when the sun actually starts to come out. And even then, after that frost sort of gets melted away, the streets just have this very low fog about it. But as people continue throughout their day, it all just seems to sort of dissipate. And you begin to make your way to the Hall of Justice.
Wait, something real quick.
But
As we're getting ready to go, I love the image of Kronk having these like elven boots that are like normal people size,
Yeah.
but because they're magic, as he puts them on, they squeeze out to fit his 22 size feet.
mhm.
And then Kronk is like, just as they're about to go, he's got different clothes than the normal ones he's been wearing, and just from seemingly nowhere, he's like and he slips his great sword in back and in a holster, and then it switches down, and you go down into the fighting pit, and the ball and chain is hanging there, and we swing back to the day after the murder,
Mhm.
and we see Kronk hang the ball and chain up, and then just press it to the side of his face, and then walk away.
Wow.
So he's got the great sword now instead of the ball and chain, because it's part of his disguise. Signature weapon, man.
Mhm. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, so you guys make your way through the streets of Waterdeep, and you finally get up to the halls of justice. I would like for you guys to make perception checks as you're walking up.
Jesus.
11.
These are so Kronk dice. 4.
Is 14.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys make your way into the halls, and you go up, and you see that the little halfling girl who had been working on a lot of the paperwork in the halls, is actually there once again, seeming to just be on her regular shift. And she notices you guys come in, and when she sees you, Hubris, like she kind of gets a confused look. Just, so you knew this guy?
Oh, yes. Yes, he's an old friend. That's why the fight was so troubling.
I have seen the error of my ways, and I apologize deeply.
Well, good. If you would like, we have handouts for the Code Legal, just in case you need a refresher. But I mean, you seemed like you took your stay pretty well. So hopefully, we won't have to see each other again unless it's on a situation more like this, where we're having a friendly cadence instead of having to sort your paperwork. But is there anything that I can help you guys with?
Oh, I'm here to pick up my friend, or my fiance, sorry.
He
I haven't seen him in
returns.
so long. It's been very long.
Friend Yance.
What was his name?
Conrad.
Oh, I'll go check with the papers. Just a second. And she goes off, and she starts just sort of looking through the inventory of sheets that she has, and just says Conrad.
As an aside, Hubris leans over. So, who proposed first?
I step on his foot.
Okay. And then the gnome just comes back, and she says, here it is. And she brings back a piece of paper, and she says, well, I don't really want to be in the middle of of any. I'm just the messenger in this, okay? I just want you to know that. Maybe
Yes?
he is planning on a surprise or something. He already was processed this morning. Yeah, he left about 20, 35 minutes ago.
Well, maybe he's already home.
Well, I hope so. Again, if this ends up being some kind of weird lovers spat, I'm just the messenger in this.
I
And
know.
remember, you can have a copy of the Code Legal to know exactly what would happen if anything befell of a public official.
Oh, no. You've been so sweet to me. I really appreciate everything that you've done. And I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. And I just didn't get word soon enough. Or I just missed the time window. It might be my fault.
Well, was the house in his name?
No.
Oh.
Wait, was it? He was part of it.
He was not actually on the list of owners for Troll Skull Manor.
No, he wasn't.
Again, I'm just the messenger on this one. Did you know he had a second house? And I do have to say had. We did have to repo it.
Oh.
He had a very large outstanding gold sum left for the
Yes.
crimes committed against the city, so the council agreed that that was going to be for the best.
Right. No, I mean, it makes sense that he had another home.
Again,
know.
I am just the messenger
It's
on
fine.
this one.
Is there anything else?
Is the I'm sorry, is that information about what house he was signed out under classified or?
Well, no, it is actually going to be going up for public auction later this month.
Could we have the house name?
Yes, and she writes down the address for the house that was listed.
Was it just in his name?
Yes, this house was just in Wolf's name.
Interesting. Well, you've been very helpful. We're gonna head home and hopefully we'll meet him there.
So just for the Monday night crew, I want to say indoor. What the fuck? Sorry.
So yeah, you guys then exit the halls of justice, knowing the location of Wolf's old house, but not the current location of one Conrad Snow. And that is where we are going to go into our first break of the evening. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody for stopping by and sticking with us so far. Barry, I'm sorry, I did not think that all of their stuff would take nearly as long. You haven't had any time.
You took my house.
The city took your house.
They stabbed me and almost killed me, and then they take my fucking house.
Gonna burn this place to the ground.
I'm becoming king, and I'm gonna kill everyone.
All right, so we are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So I wanted to say thank you again to everybody who stuck with us so far. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we are going to be picking up at quite an interesting start. So we will see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. Bye-bye! Transformation Central! Welcome back, everybody.
Transformation Central.
Are you ready?
Are
We're
you
going-
ready?
We're going in to the second half of Waterdeep Dragon Heist for tonight. So, you guys have just gotten done with the Halls of Justice. You found out that your good friend Conrad Snow, aka Wolf, is nowhere to be found. And you also gained a new piece of information about Wolf, being that he previously had a home. A second house, even though you guys knew that he had slept on the streets for quite some time. But yeah, he had checked out earlier through the day and had not been, and you guys hadn't been able to see him or find him. So what is your plan currently exiting the halls of justice?
Go back to the house?
Okay.
Yes, Justice.
Mhm.
You looked like you had something to say, but you had a mouthful of food.
Oh, no, this food is good.
All right. No, yeah, that's the only place I could think of him going.
Okay.
As we leave, I say to the little halfling woman, I'm like, can anyone have one of these pamphlets?
Well, yes, they are free of charge, and if you would like to take multiples, please take multiples and hand them out to people that you think might break the law. It saves us a lot of time.
Kronk like grabs a grip of him,
Okay.
tucks him in a pocket.
And she just kind of waves at you guys as you all exit the halls back onto the street.
And as we walk away, Kronk goes,
Good job.
and
Kronk.
throws one.
Wait, littering is okay.
And she
pick it
just
Roll my eyes. Sorry.
It's fine. After you pick it up and roll your eyes, she was going to say that littering is technically a crime through the city. But seeing as how you fixed it, she just waves you. Just, if you need anything else from the halls, just let me know. I'm Mabel.
You've been wonderful.
Hope to see you again and not in an illegal capacity.
Likewise.
This poor thing. To the bar. Back home.
Yeah.
Trek across town for nothing. Sorry.
Yeah, you guys get back to the bar. And around this time it is closer to noon. And there doesn't really seem to be much going on. You guys open your bar typically between the hours of 1 and 2 to kind of get an earlier, like a later lunch rush in, but you aren't going to actually have a lunch going on. So instead you see that the wait staff are all kind of just gearing up. You see that one of them's already there doing prep work in your guys' kitchen, as it seems like they kind of rotate between who is in the kitchen and then who's actually out serving, as they just don't have the capacity currently to they don't have a chef, like a dedicated chef by any means, unless you would have liked to hire a specific chef. Because if you had brought that up, Dabble would have definitely hooked you up with one of his friends that could cook a mean meal.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm sorry, guys. We're a little understaffed right now. I know how hard that is. I really know how hard that is.
Okay.
Escapism!
Escapism! But there will be a hiring rush soon when we pick up a little bit. Just hold on till then.
All nod and kind of agree. Like, they understand the situation that you guys are in. They are a little curious as to why you never hired a chef. But they are luckily capable few and are able to actually perform the acts that are necessary in order to maintain the overall function of the bar, especially with Liff doing a lot of the actual dishwashing and cleaning in the back. Yeah, with a lot of the heavy lifting that he does to actually make the bar run.
Have the people downstairs seen me yet?
The people downstairs, that depends. Would you have shown yourself during a 10-day?
I might have come down like while the bar was open and like maybe popped in just to see what it looked like and then went back upstairs.
If anything, they've probably heard descriptors of all of you guys that are currently there and seen you in passing enough to recognize who the owners of the bar are. Mostly out of formality, so that way, yeet! That way, if you end up needing anything from your employees, that they aren't going to be like, yeah, and who the fuck are you then? So, like, this is very much a, like, we know who you are, so that way we won't be rude to you, even if you
Mhm.
are slightly belligerent.
Yep, fair enough. I'm going to crack open a bottle of wine and put my feet up at the bar.
Okay. So yeah, you are enjoying yourself at the bar. And what are Hubris and Kronk doing? As this seems to just be another lazy day, minus Wolf's missing person.
Overseeing.
And we have no clue where Wolf is or whatever.
Hey. Hmm.
I'm assuming training was done, so I guess Kronk's just hanging out in the main room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So yeah, you guys end up continuing on into just into the night, running business as it's been as usual, and eventually Not Doug shows up at around 6, just in time for a dinner rush, and they just seem to be enjoying drinks, just playing songs sporadically as they come. Theirs is the kind of band that seems to use every instance of live performance as a method of rehearsal for their next big hit. But you understand that a lot of this is more of a free-form kind of methodology, in that there is no specific song that they play. They seem to just have everything under the sun under their repertoire. And then they continue to do that until the bar is healthily full. It's not overflowing. There are still people that are outside on the front porch that you see are just enjoying pipe tobacco while they drink heavily from their mugs. And you see, you look up on the wall, and from last night, it seems that 8 of the overall 19 mugs that disappeared have returned. But there's still a counter there that has now been framed, and then it seemed like Liff was rather bored and actually drew little decorative markings around the frame. And it actually looks really good. He, as an elven spirit, one of the things that apparently he was well versed in life was art, or at least has had time to perfect it. So it looks very nice.
Cool. At some point, I will send a drink to Hubris. I'll have Liff bring him a drink.
Okay.
And have it like motion to me. And when he looks over, I'm just gonna like wink at him in my normal flirtatious manner.
Hubris like winks back and then turns to, I guess, whoever he's like talking to at the moment, raises a finger and then walks over.
Okay.
Kronk's usual thing is to, like, tell stories and whatnot, like as far away from the band as possible, so that I'm not interrupting them. But because I'm a performer, and so I'm all like about the gun show and talking stuff. Can I make a performance roll?
I will say yes, but I also want to postulate this to you as a thing. You have spent enough time around this band that if you would like, in order for them to kind of warm up, what you could do is that you could have convinced them to be background audio for your stories. So because they seem to have kind of this portent ability to almost tell how your story is swelling and going, as they're bards. That's what they get paid to do. So if you would like, you can join in with the overall performance and have them give you the dramatic backpedalings of songs and everything. So much in the similar style of a traditional story that's being played with like the 2-stringed instrument in Japan, where it's like the dude sitting down telling a story while he's playing, but you have a follow-up band behind you.
All right. Sweet. Oh my God. Great reference, buddy. I love you. All right. So performance.
Yeah.
roll.
And then this will be with advantage.
Oh, all right.
Because you have an entire band backing you up.
Oh my God. Thank goodness. All right. I rolled a 1, the first one, and a 13, which is a 16.
All right. So
it's not bad.
you end up getting, they end up actually handing you quite a decent amount of money as well. And they set it on the stage, and you see that Not Doug is actually willing to share some of their money with you. And you have earned a total of 5 gold pieces and 15 silver pieces.
Nice.
And that is your share.
And the story I told, without any real details, was of the I can't remember if he's a warlock or a sorcerer, but the guy who roasted Ghost.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And I don't use real names necessarily, but you know, one of our companions went down, and then you know the rage overtook me, and then you know, it kind of that's the finish. And then there's this sad, sorrowful bit where at the end he drops to one knee, all Shakespearean style, like no over his companion.
Yeah. And at
So-
that point, you see that one of them, because it is a lute, a violin, and then the third one is kind of on like this drum that he can flip over and kind of double as a wood block on the side. Is very much the violin is like doing these very long, drawn out tear-jerker notes to really just help accentuate the emotion that is coming from this scene.
Sweet.
And then, so Hubris and Ghost, you guys are talking amongst yourselves, enjoying your dinner as you hear Kronk recanting a story that, you know, hits a little close to home, but he is being tasteful about it, and you know that his heart is in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is when you see the half-elf that has been working at the bar actually comes up to you, Hubris, and says, "Gentleman at the bar actually bought this for you, sir." And she hands you a mug of ale.
Thank you, Ellie. Me or
You. He specifically said the one with the horns, so I figured that was you.
thank you, Ellie. Who was it?
Oh, there's
Sorry,
that man over there, the one with the hood. And you see that there's, like, as you look over, you just see a hand wave at you.
What kind of hand?
It is a human hand. Or at least not green.
I kind of. Yes. That'll be all, I guess.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to go up to him with your order, so I should hope that's all. And then she just walks back and continues serving other
Assess
people.
on that one. If you'll excuse me, Madam Head of Security, I'll take the ale and the wine. This is so weird.
Good luck. Don't kiss on the first date.
Oh, I'm not that much of a tramp anymore.
Okay, so yeah, you walk over to this individual that's sitting there.
Yeah.
Make a perception check as you come over.
18.
Okay. So as you go over and you sit down, this individual is on the farthest end of the bar. So the only place that you can really sit down next to them is on their right side. And their cowl is very much over their face, and you can see that there's a little bit of scruff that's on their chin. And their hands are just kind of just interlocked in front of them with their elbows on the bar. So you're one of the owners of this place?
Yes, I am. Who am I speaking to?
No one? No one in particular?
And what business do you have with me, Mr. No One in particular?
Well, I was wondering, I've heard on rumor that you run a fight ring beneath this place, and I was wanting to challenge you.
Oh, I don't actually don't do that thing. I oversee the logistics side of things. If you want some more meat and potatoes, though, I do recommend my friend telling the overly melodramatic tale of his friend being roasted.
No, not really my size. You, though, you'd be perfect for this kind of thing. Make another perception check.
15?
All right. So with your 15, getting a better look at this individual, you can see that there is a long scar that stretches from above their left eye going down, as well as just these piercing blue eyes that look directly back at you.
Fucking hell, Wolf. Why are you such a drama queen? Couldn't you just have been, hey, I'm back, guys, ha ha ha?
Because last time I saw you, you had a gun pointed at me.
Well, yes, last time you saw me, you also assaulted someone who was working under us.
True.
I wave over whoever's tending the bar.
Yeah, and it's Eliota who's tending.
This fuck here drinks free.
She kind of just gives you this quizzical look. You hear that, Klee? And Klee, the half-orc who's working in the kitchen at this point, just just gives you a thumbs up.
What?
And we'll make sure that he gets all the beer that he wants.
I'll slide him back his ale. Where the fuck were you?
Prison.
No,
Remember,
I
like, 20
mean,
days?
oh,
like
after
you
that
wouldn't remember
numbnuts.
because you didn't go to prison, did you?
Can you not say that so loudly in a place filled with people?
Fair enough. I'll admit
No,
that.
I mean after your sentence, numbnuts. We were there. Ghost was there pretending to be your
I saw
fiance.
yours. I saw that.
So what gives?
I had stuff I had to get done. I had to get some more soap. And I showed that I've got like 10 bars of soap now. So look at all this.
Yeah, this
Are they?
Wolf smells heavily of lavender.
I think this is like literally the best I've ever smelt you. In like all of our time together.
That's because of the lavender. We can thank Fabio for this.
It really is good soap though.
If he didn't lock me, well, if he had a window in that bathroom, I wouldn't have walked out with the soap. Okay? I would have been exploring, but he didn't. So now we have soap.
That's a lot of soap.
And then I pull out my dagger and I'm like, look, I can even use it to write notes and I'll carve your name in it and pass you the bar of soap.
Yes. Quite. Welcome back, I guess. There's been some shit.
Yeah, I've got some stuff which I need to tell you guys as well.
We'll have a team meeting.
Oh, haven't had one of those since the night I stabbed two guys and we killed a troll. That was literally our last team meeting. Was we killed some people and had to run from the law. I miss our team meetings.
Come on. I'll take him over to Ghost.
Well, well, well.
Oh, please don't. I know you're all betrothed and all, but save the waterworks.
How was it?
It was prison.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Wolf's like avoiding Ghost's eye contact.
She kind of gets close to him.
There is just
No.
that blue mote
Nice.
of fire.
Yeah. Oh, I got it covered if I'm out in public.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, he can see it, but yeah.
He can
Yeah,
see everything.
As Kronk lumps up, he looks at Wolf, he looks at Hubris and Ghost, like,
Thumbs up.
Here we
all
go.
right, boom, lifts off the floor, you know, and sets him
Legs
down,
flailing out.
sets him down and lumps him a little bit.
So how's our fight pit? We killed anyone yet?
Nah, I haven't really run it. It's there though.
Yes.
We've been busy.
A little busy, yeah.
It's been a lot.
Who's the band?
I think they were going off of another name beforehand, but they're like previously called Not Doug. I don't know if you've ever heard
That's
of
not
them.
them. That's not them. That's not the real Not Doug. That's a fake Not Doug.
Is it? Is it
Is
not
it?
the same band that played when we were doing the thing?
Episode
Episode 1, guys.
Episode
one.
It was the
It's
same
not-
band.
No, that is not the lead singer. I refuse to admit Reginald sold out. That's not Reginald.
Well,
No?
Mr. Snow, you're gonna have to come to terms with this is our band now.
Oh yeah, that can be our band, but I'm not calling him Not Doug.
All right.
Surprise, surprise.
Where's Liff?
Oh,
Liff is everywhere. Wait. Liff? Darling? Can you get our friend a beer?
And you see a soapy dish plate comes from the back, and it's just kind of like dripping onto the ground. And then you see it go into the back. And then eventually you'll see a mug come up from, it'll actually come from a hanging selection of mugs that you guys have that are placed above this tavern. And you see it just kind of pop off, saunter down. And as it does, you see that other people at tables just kind of like pat each other on the chest, like, there it is, there it's happening, right there. And you just see that this mug just lifts off and then sets down on the ground, and then you see a bottle come up and start pouring, and they're just levitating in the air, and you see that a bunch of people are just clapping like, I don't know how they're doing it! And they just continue to clap and enjoy the spectacle of Liv.
Mhm.
Until eventually the mug comes back down, and then it comes over to you guys.
Thank you.
It sets the mug down.
If you need something stronger, just let us know.
I've already got my ale from when I bought Hubris one.
listen, Ghost got me wine. I'm not going to drink wine and ale together. That's weird.
Out of game. I did on Saturday for Extra Life, so man up.
Back in character.
Okay, you know what? Where's my
Reformed Wolf, reformed.
horrible?
So you want
What
me
you guys
to
been up to? Anything exciting while I was away?
killed a guy, burned a house down? You know.
Oh, I saw those signs. Was that you?
Nuh-uh.
Wait,
No.
how is it? I'm not allowed to burn a warehouse down yet.
Getting caught.
Burn almost
The
3
problem.
houses down.
Well,
You almost
Honey.
burnt 3 and you only let me burn 1.
Wolf, you're allowed to burn warehouses down just out of eyeshot of gods.
mm-hmm.
Besides, vengeance god. And he looks at Ghost's
So you
eye.
got vengeance?
What?
So you got vengeance? I'm pretty certain Wolf knows how to whisper in a bar about
Yeah.
crimes. Okay, our normal team meetings
Oh.
were at the Yawning Portal.
But when you say that, Kronk flinches like where he got stabbed in the side and kind of winces away like, "Oh, you dummy!"
And Ghost's jaw visibly clenches, and she kind of just looks off into the distance.
So that's a no.
We're getting off the subject.
Soon. But did you make any friends? Did you
Oh
find
yes.
a prison bitch? What is it?
No, I think they call it prison daddies.
Oh.
What?
There was none of those. There was no prison daddies. There was a prison king.
Oh.
I don't like the sound of that.
Was me.
I don't like that even more.
Did you kick someone's ass?
I arranged for Hubris to have an extended stay.
That I'm not surprised, but also I'm kind of surprised.
You're so lucky it wasn't you. Old me would have done a lot worse.
What do you mean old you?
Have you found God? Is this like some
Have you
second
found
coming
a
of
god?
I haven't found God. What I did find out, especially in prison, is that the only way to really survive is by having people to rely on and not trying to do everything yourself, even if you're super amazing and fantastic at everything you do,
Oh, well.
like I am,
Oh,
because other people kind of try to help and not know the whole plan and end up, joining an evil faction.
Yeah.
when did Kronk join an evil faction?
When he joined us.
True.
When he joined me.
You do what you
And
gotta do.
then,
What?
so I made some friends who, now I'm going to be honest with you, they're part of the guild that kind of killed Ghost.
Muscles just tighten all the way. The floorboards creak.
Why?
I wouldn't really call them friends. Well, let's see. I'm not in good terms with the Gentarum. Pretty certain there's no Harpers in prison because they're good. And pretty certain Hubris over here was planning on my downfall.
It's fine, Kronk.
But remember how I said I was king of the prison?
Did he?
Yeah, I said I was king. That may have been a stretch.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Oh, the guy who was king, I think I may have got on the bad side of him. So he's about Kronk size, isn't he, Indra?
Yeah, he's close to Kronk size. A little bit shorter, but Kronk sized.
Fuck.
Also,
Half of
Kuragari, thank you for the follow.
Hey.
Yay!
Cheers, Kuragari. So yeah, so there's this half orc about the size of our big fella over here, who was literally breaking boulders with his hands.
So,
Thank you, but kind of became friends with him after I kind of framed him for having a weapon. So, in the
great.
spirit of relying on friends for help, ta-da.
So if some big motherfucker comes at me one day and says, Hubris, we used to be fuck buddies, am I going to have to show a new hole or something? Like, I don't know how this works in prison.
I have no idea. I never really thought that far. I just knew there's a big guy who hates me. More than most people do.
There you go. There's it.
And old Xanathar Guild guy kind of has a plan to make me king of Waterdeep.
Yes.
No, really, he wants to overthrow the Beholder in charge of them.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
And the Zentarum and make one faction And for some reason, he's happy with me being in charge. But he's smart and crazy, and I don't like him. And
I'm down with like 1/3 of that plan.
me becoming king.
I wouldn't mind.
The death of a beholder.
That one, yes.
But see, the beholder, he's just crazy and up himself. This guy's crazy and smart and a lot scarier.
Then a beholder?
At the mention of the beholder, the skull face comes back because
Well, the beholder doesn't have a plan. This guy has a plan and contacts. He managed to get a guard to give me fresh chicken instead of the slop. So
Well, I think this is a lot for one night. I think we should get you shit-faced and see if you can get lucky.
I'm good.
Ellie, aren't you supposed to be waiting tables?
She has been.
Oh, I wanted to make a joke. She was just sitting there the entire time.
No.
No, fine.
Nope.
Let me have my fun.
Yep. Yeah, and she just looks at you and just goes, I have been.
Oh, good job. Here's a silver.
Thanks. Is there anything else I can get you? You and your band of merry misfits.
Whoa. You're talking to the head of
We're
security.
not merry.
That's
Oh.
what I was going to say.
We're
Misfits,
misfits.
yes, yeah. Pretty much misfits.
But
Oh, if you do have friends who want to fill in a temp role, though.
Which role? It's not my
No, I mean,
role,
like-
is it?
No, holiday season's around the corner.
Seasonal employees, I got you.
Seasonal employees.
I'll see what I can do.
Not to be a little sexist, but we kind of need more women in the bar.
Do we?
Well, yes, it's like,
Two weeks, Hubris.
look at it, it's a sausage fest.
I know.
It's amusing for you, yes, but for some other people.
All
Well,
right.
from what I saw in prison, it's also amusing for you, Hubris.
Oh my god. What did he
I-
do?
I really want to hear all of these stories.
He wasn't a prison daddy.
Get out of here.
But no, in all honesty, I do forgive you for lying to me. Which caused the whole I'm gonna kill you fiasco.
You know, this whole new wolf thing.
Because it is something I definitely would have done. And I know you were only trying to keep everyone safe. Just not as successful as I would have.
I will slug you in this bar.
I'm also sorry for goading you into drawing your gun while knowing guards were on their way.
take it down to the fight pit.
I offered earlier, he didn't want it.
All right, hold on.
And for getting caught up in the Gentara. Also sorry about that. But
You know-
most of all, I'm sorry that I haven't been a friend that you thought you could ask for help with any problems you have.
Ghost goes, what?
Wait, what?
I didn't stutter, you heard me.
No, I actually. You.
I don't know if he's lying or not. So,
No, you did cut out. I couldn't hear it either.
oh, which bit? Is that the last bit? Did
The
get me
last bit
apologize?
after LB was like, "Whoa, ooh."
Yeah. What did you say?
Oh, most of all, I'm sorry that I haven't been a friend that you thought you could ask for help with any problems you have.
Oh. All right. This new wolf is very weird to me, and it's very disconcerting. It's very awkward. I thank you for forgiving me.
And you
don't know
accept
if
his
that's
apology.
He apologized to me somewhere. There was like a lot of.
Multiple times.
Mhm.
I accept your apology. Now, let's get shit-faced and let's get this fight club open.
Okay. First off, I want to turn to Kronk, give him a bar of soap with his name in it, and apologize for causing fights between everyone here and for leaving you and not helping run this fight pit.
It was pretty confusing for a while there.
But hey, I'm back and we get to punch some people. So,
And he sniffs the bar of soap, and he's like, smells like you.
it smells amazing.
He puts it in his pouch.
Okay, so yeah, your night is going on. You want to start the fight pit tonight?
Okay, just before we start a fight pit, one, is this okay? Like, if
It's underground.
right, but if the
so,
word gets
yeah.
out, is it actually okay that we're like not
Well,
like
first rule of fight pit
killing
is
each
you don't
other?
talk about fight pit.
As long as nobody's dying and everyone is in agreement and people sign waivers.
Sign the waivers. Hey, did you sign the waiver? Let me see you sign
First rule of fight pit, you don't talk about fight pit.
The
the
second rule of
of
fight
fight
pit.
pit.
you
Sign the
sign
waiver.
waiver.
Third rule, if it's your first night here, you're fighting.
Yep.
Yep.
Fourth rule, you stop after they say ow.
Ow!
All right,
You
enough.
don't
It's done.
kill people.
All right. So yeah, if you guys want, you can go to recruiting people for this fight
I
pit.
say we wait a night. It's my
Mhm.
first night back.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I
yeah,
really just wanted to go make sure my room's how I left it with my towel. That's pretty much the only bit of
You walk back up there and it's folded.
it has been not only folded, but it has been tastefully folded into the shape of a swan and left at the foot of your bed.
I have a bed.
Yeah. You have a room. You have a dresser that contains one set of clothes. You have a towel. And you have a small little mirror that's been set up on the edge of this dresser. And your bed has very nice, thick, woolly blankets. It has, it is a down bed. Like, you guys did not end up actually, you didn't skimp out on getting stuff for this house because it was all being paid for by Lord Rainier. So why not have the nicest bed that you can?
I've literally been sleeping on the street, and then I'm pretty certain prison would have had really hard beds.
Yeah, it was basically a stone slab with a pillow and a moth-ridden blanket.
I named those moths. They were fun. So I'm going to dump all of my bars of soap, bar 2, into a drawer.
Okay.
I'm going to, because I would have gone up to my room because I wanted to check that stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
And was I followed by anyone?
I mean, everybody would have gone upstairs either together to
When
kind
I
of
left?
just. Well, like when.
I would have left straight away after I apologized because I'm like, I got stuff I got to do.
Oh.
Yeah. So
So would they
they.
have followed?
Yeah, I don't believe so unless any of you guys specifically want to follow Wolf.
He's a big
You're
boy.
muted, LB.
I know. I was just shaking my head.
Oh.
I said,
It would be weird if he didn't come up with us.
Like
well,
he's.
he
went
went
up
up
earlier.
before us. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just.
As
like,
soon as
hanging
I
out.
apologized to you guys, I'm like, I've got to go
Okay.
make sure my stuff's in my room, as in my towel.
Yeah. We tell you to come back down and join us for our drinks.
I would have gone in and left a bar of soap and 10 gold on your bedside table in Ghost Room because you kind of paid 10 gold earlier. So I dropped 10 gold. And then I wouldn't have come back down. I would have gone up onto said roof
Okay.
and just sat up there.
All right. So the night winds on. Wolf doesn't end up coming back down for drinks. What are the rest of you three doing?
Did he run away again?
It's his first night out. We maybe needs to decompress.
Kronk, what do you want to do tonight?
Should we go check on him?
Do you want to go check on him?
I don't. Sure.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, and when you go into
There's no
the
kadunk. It's all silent.
I probably only wear the boots on missions.
so yeah, you're just walking around, and you go up to the second floor, and you start looking around, and you don't see Wolf anywhere, but you do see that in your /Ghost's room, that there is a bar of soap with Ghost's name on it, as well as a small
My name's
stick.
not on it.
Oh, what does it say?
Just got the word roof written on it.
Yep, and then there is a stack of gold next to it, and you don't remember putting that there at all.
Okay. I guess I lumped back down and he wasn't there. But there's a bar of soap, says roof, and some money on your nightstand. Points at Ghost.
There's a bar of soap that says roof.
Really getting into these bar soap messages.
Oh, is that what that is?
I think so.
Yeah, he wrote my name.
Oh, is he?
Me too.
Oh, okay. I guess I needed on the. All right. I'll be back, and I'm gonna head up to the roof, I guess.
Okay.
Do I know how to get onto the roof?
Yeah, you would know that there is an access point by going up the turret. You were able to actually get out onto the roof, and getting out there, you can see that Wolf is just kind of sitting on these shingles, looking out across the streets of Waterdeep, and you can hear the revelry from the bar still coming from below. But it doesn't look like people are really paying much attention to you. He's kind of secluded himself in a corner where he's able to see down, but people can't see up.
It's a good spot.
Carving into a bar of soap, because that's what I do these days.
He just has a
Shopping
dagger
list.
out, just carving into a bar of soap in his hand.
Making a shopping list. So far, I need soap.
Was that note meant for me?
This one, no, this is just to remind me of what I need to buy.
Soap?
Yeah, more
Do you-
soap.
Do
So I
you
can write
want
more notes.
parchment?
You can't write on parchment with a knife. I don't always have ink and a quill, so I always have my dagger.
Fair enough. Do you mind if I sit?
Sure.
I sit down, feet dangling over the edge.
You know what I miss the most when I was in prison?
What?
Being able to look up at the stars at night. We weren't allowed out at night time, so
It is quite nice.
that alley which I was sleeping in, which I
Mhm.
know you found, just the house opposite that was my sister's house.
Oh,
Well, it also was mine. It's not anymore.
right.
Apparently, I didn't have 1,000 gold.
2,000.
2,000. Okay, well, it's a little bit more than what I thought my fine was. Fair enough. They took my house, and I'm not getting anything else from it. So yeah, I didn't stay in the house after she died because I felt like I had to be punished for letting her die.
I can understand that.
And I would never try to replace my sister. She was everything I am not, and was the only person I've cared about in my whole life, more than myself. I do need to apologize to you if you felt like I was using you as a substitute.
I don't think that you were using me as a substitute. I think that you might have been putting me in that position in your mind.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Right. Oh, did you know that Hubris is head over heels for you?
I've gathered.
Like literally would do anything for you.
Yes.
So when you kind of died, I did everything I could to bring you back, because what kind of best friend would I be to him if I didn't give him a chance to tell you?
Oh.
See?
Well, he hasn't. He did make up for that date that he
Had no, I'm going to be honest, he really had no idea about the date.
What?
I kind of just said he did.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can't really be mad at him.
Well.
There's all the mistakes he did make after the cemetery incident. I kind of did tell him he had to become more like me if he's to make it in the Gentarum. So technically, I am the screw up that led to the lies, when you think about it.
I appreciate that you're trying to
I'm being honest.
sound like a better person, but
Well,
Hubris
he is.
lied to me before that. I know that he is a good enough person, but he still fucks up. We all fuck up, except for Kronk. Kronk never fucks up.
We haven't fucked up.
Me?
Yeah.
I killed the servant of a man that I was trying to kill because I thought it was him, and I was so fucking caught up in vengeance that I didn't even take a second to double check myself. And then I burned down his house. And now I don't know where he is. So yes, I fuck up. I haven't
The
spoken to him.
servant was serving an evil person,
Still
correct?
he wasn't the person I wanted dead.
But he was still evil.
I don't care what he was. He's
Yeah,
dead.
so yeah, you may have just prevented one evil person in the world. And you just made more space in the castle district
Mm-hmm.
for a better house.
Perhaps.
We can always find the dude again.
I intend to. And maybe I will need some help. And not just from Kronk.
All you gotta do is ask.
I know.
Because I will do anything in my power to keep all of you safe, no matter the cost.
With us, right? Not off by yourself.
With you guys. Because apparently every time I try and do something myself, you guys get in the way and wreck a perfectly good plan. Because I didn't tell you my plan.
That's probably part of the problem. But that's what teams do. We work together to achieve a goal. And it's worked up to this point.
Really, no one's told anyone anything up to this point, and nothing has worked out.
That's right.
So why was Hubris in the going out at night?
Did
Dressed
you not,
up, weird?
Did you not know at all?
No.
No. I have
Hubris
zero
never
clue
told
what you guys.
anyone. You guys like forcibly found out about it later after Wolf had gotten arrested.
Oh, okay. Well, how about this? Why don't you ask him? start the circle of trust there.
Okay. Now, I'm just going to start here a bit longer and watch the stars a little bit more before going to bed.
Is there anything you need?
No, I'm good.
Okay. And I stand up and I ruffle his hair. And then I go back downstairs.
Okay.
Wolf would have watched Ghost left and then gone back to his soap. And on the other side of the soap would have been Ghost name carved inside of like a heart shape.
Okay.
And yeah,
And then on the other side of that soap thing, it just says like one
Soap?
soap. Like it has soap written multiple times for your shopping list.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then Ghost reconvenes with with Kronk and Hubris downstairs.
He's fine. But you will have to have a conversation with him, Hubris,
About what?
about the things that you forgot to tell him.
You know, if I were a different man, I would say I can't seem to recall, but I can recall.
Mm-hmm. He is your best friend, after all.
Who told you that bold-faced lie?
He told me that.
Oh. Well, he's a liar and a scoundrel, and yeah, he's kind of... I will never admit it to his face, though.
Fair enough. All right, well, I'm going to go get free drinks. You two have a great night. And I'm going to go walk up to the men at the bar and...
Oh, she doesn't need to...
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Kronk, I think she just does this for kicks. She drinks free anyway.
Hmm.
I rolled 2 8s.
And then Kronk's about to tell you stuff, and then he's like,
Oh, that's an 8.
Yeah, you go and like you put up your feminine wiles to try and like coax some people into giving you some drinks. But as you're kind of like flirting back and forth with this one individual, you see that the man sitting next to him actually like puts his hand on the other one's hand and it's just like, honey, we should leave. And then they both stand up and then exit the bar.
I'm usually better at seeing that. Whoops.
Yep. And it seems like that happens more frequently than you would actually assume to happen. Of just these other people, like you see another couple where you're just like, hey, want to buy me a drink? And you see like female turns to look at you from around the other side of the guy that you had been trying to hit on, because he was like, and her just, we're out of here, and like she grabs his hand and then leaves.
I really want to wait until like someone gets stupid belligerent and I have to throw them out. That's what I can't wait for.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I can go back to the bar and I'm kind of just posted up and in my position as head of security.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hubris kind of like slides up next to her and snaps his fingers, and there's like this small sound of a trumpet going wah wah wah. Uh-oh.
Does a 30-20 hit?
You know, yeah.
You take 5 points of damage.
Ow.
Are you just giving him 5 across the face?
No, I just deck him.
Okay.
Worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Has an owner ever been thrown out of his own bar?
Ooh.
You could
I don't
start
know.
that
I could
today.
get Kronk to do it.
Oh no.
All right. So yeah, you guys continue to just kind of enjoy the free drinks and the revelry that is found within Spirits and Spirits, as the bar generally comes to a close, and the night works on. What are you guys doing besides just your general bar activities?
Kronk has to ask, I guess. So we're all good with Wolf. He's cool, and we're gonna use him to kill the beholder. I'm a little lost.
No, I don't know what that's about, and I don't care to know right now. She's a little sauced.
That seems to be a problem for future us.
Yeah, Ghost definitely has the like wine stains on the teeth going on right now from like
I
black
drink
paper.
white wine, you son of a bitch.
Mm,
I am white. If I spill anything on myself, are you kidding me?
that's true. That's
Trying to get
true.
these out of this fur.
That's true. We'll say white wine. So yeah,
Like, she just asks Hubris to.
to prestidigitate any stains.
Get a stain right here. No.
It's just scar tissue.
yeah.
I think
Yes,
it's beautiful the way you are.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Kronk,
Mm.
if you want to go talk to him, you can.
Mm.
You don't have to.
He'll confuse me.
That's probably true. Can you just make sure that he got tucked in? I don't know if he slept in a bed in a long time.
Gotcha.
Thanks, buddy.
And what of you, madam? You seem a bit into your cups.
I get free drinks,
You do get free drinks.
and I have no worries. So, alcohol.
You have some worries.
I have a lot of worries.
Hubris sits down next to her. We'll work them out eventually.
He'll be fine. I found him before. I can find him again.
Oh, yeah. He's honestly, for a sneaky motherfucker with you around, he's really not that hard to track down.
What?
Who are we talking about?
The priest I'm trying to kill?
Oh, there was some miscommunication there. You're trying to kill a priest?
Oh, yeah. No, it's a whole thing. He's
Uh-huh.
one of the people who killed my family. I killed the other two.
Hmm.
One more.
Drink a priest.
Huh?
Drink or priest?
Oh, no, priest. I think I've had enough.
Yes. Would you like me to escort you upstairs, or can you manage?
I'm not a child. And she stands up and like takes a step, wavers just a hair, and you can come.
You could escort me. I've been a bit into my cups as well and would require assistance upstairs.
All right, I'm gonna take him upstairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold the railing very sturdily.
Yeah.
Oh!
Thank you. Never split the party.
Yay!
Thank you.
Birdie! Hey!
We have split the party.
Whoop,
Oh no.
All right. So,
Real
yep.
quick. So I can't pronounce the name Kuragari.
Kuragari.
He followed, right?
Yes. You know what to do, Greybeard.
Do it,
Look what happens whenever we get a follow and Greybeard's on stream.
Kuragari, thanks for the follow. When that happens, I take this maul and I hit that guy in the face.
Yeah.
Woo! Hi everyone.
Hello, friends.
Thank you. Hello, Franz.
Whoa! Whoa! That's a lot of people.
Yes. So, yes, you guys. So, Hubris and Ghost, are you branching off into different rooms, or are you going to the same room?
Well, our room's at the end, so I would drop him off at his room first.
Okay. Sounds good. So, Hubris, you get dropped off at your room, and then Ghost makes her way to her own room.
Like leans his arm against the threshold and watches her as she goes in and like.
Awesomeness, dude. Thank you for the follow.
Yay! Do it!
Greybeard.
Unfortunately, it might be a chain. It might be bad.
It's okay. That's
There you
okay.
go.
The
You just
sound
got
is
the
so
speech.
appealing.
You know what's going to happen.
Woo!
Yeah.
Get it!
I can't wait for the day where Indoor has to narrate a fight and all you hear is "thung," and then you hit the guy.
We got
"thung,"
another
and take
one.
"thung."
Arbitrary nerd, thank you.
I'll see how it is. All right.
Get it!
Yeah.
Extra one just for kicks.
Yay!
We're gonna need to get a new guy after the end of tonight.
I know
his
it's
head-
dented.
His head's spun around right now. There's a coyote fur on the back of it.
Well,
So.
thank you.
Nice.
Thank you to Open for Adventure.
Oh
Or
my
to
gosh.
for Never Split the Party. Thank you guys for coming by. Yeah, so you guys get left at two distinct rooms as Ghost makes her way off, and then Kronk, were you going to visit Wolf on the roof?
Oh, definitely.
All right, so yeah, Wolf, you are sitting out on the roof, and then you just see this giant porcelain white hand. Second one, and then Kronk trying to squeeze himself out of this
Oh,
window.
no. Kronk does not step on rooftops.
No, are you just leaning out of this window?
Yeah, because 600 pounds and 8
Oh
foot
yeah,
tall.
no, that is very fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're giving a good old lean out this window.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, came to talk.
Okay.
We cool? I mean, is the Beholder, we gonna kill him, or are you with those guys? It's got me mixed up.
I'm not with them. They think I'm with them. But that was a matter of survival and getting chicken, which obviously is very vital.
Sounds worth it.
Yeah, it was good chicken too. But no, I'm with you guys.
Okay. Then
100%.
and you and Hubris, all good?
As far as I know,
Hmm.
you didn't shoot me, so
Kronk genuinely laughs. And he's like, you all right up here?
yeah, I'm just chilling. Stars and all.
I kind of came to check on you, make sure you're good.
I'm good.
All right, buddy.
You can come out if you want.
Mm-mm. And you've probably, I mean, we've been on missions before. You've known that second story work is not Kronk's gig.
Yeah, but you also know Wolf will always try and get that.
It'll be
Physics is
different
again.
this time. Come on.
For real. The
Have I
ceramic.
ever lied to you before? That
Mhm.
first time was an accident and it was an unsafe roof.
All right, then. I guess. Good night. See you in the morning.
Yeah.
And Kronk lumps away.
Alrighty, sounds good. So, Kronk, are you going back to your room?
Yeah, because I didn't see them come up or leave or anything.
Yep.
So as far as I know, they're still in the bar.
Yeah, so you go back to your room, and when you open up the door, you see that Ghost has kind of just like flopped herself down onto the bed.
Right.
Very much in the like half took off clothes and then was like, fuck it, I'm too tired to deal with this, and is just kind of passed out.
All right. and how often have I seen Ghost get tipsy?
Not often.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's become more frequent after the failed attempt at vengeance, but it's still kind of a rarer occurrence.
Mhm.
All right. And like I've said, none of you have ever seen Kronk drunk, but Ghost saw Kronk on way too much coffee once. And then ever since then, he's always watched his drinking. So yeah, I guess pull the blankets up on her and then crawl in all cuddly style.
Okay.
And conk out.
All right, sounds good.
I spoon you.
Nah.
Aw. All right, and then Wolf, your other friends have gone to bed. Are you going to end up going to sleep in your nice, large, comfy bed? Or are you saying, fuck it, and you're going all the way back to your alleyway and falling asleep there, especially now that you've known that the nights have been getting much, much colder as you guys are entering into the winter season?
He'd sleep on the floor in his room in a corner.
Okay.
Like he would in the alley, kind of propped up a bit. He's still not going to use the bed.
Okay.
But I have a bed, so nobody else can use it. You just want to get fucked. It's mine.
Alrighty.
For my town.
So, what does everyone's morning look like the next morning as you guys all fall asleep, as the bar continues to function downstairs, and you've done this enough times that your waitstaff actually locks up for you, and then, or actually they don't even need to, because Liff will lock the door to ensure that they don't have any extra keys or anything like that. But what does your guys' morning look like? Ghost, you wake up next to Kronk. Wolf, you wake up in the corner of your room, and Hubris, you have woken up in your bed once again.
Armchair.
Oh, that's right.
So Ghost woke up before me? It's really rare.
It is, if anything, it is, I'm letting you guys just have your fill of the morning. I know that Kronk always gets up before anybody else, especially because you didn't get into any heavy drinking last night. So yeah, you woke up feeling fine.
Okay. All right. Like again, 8 foot tall, 600 pounds, very glacially, you can barely see him move, lifts her arm up and starts to move out of the bed, which I imagine the bed tips.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tries to let her back down. Now, he's got amazing muscle control, so he might, get away with it.
No, he's practiced this enough times over your guys' time spent together that it goes off without a hitch.
All right, and then he slides his pillow under her arm, and then he puts on his boots to get out of the room, and then his elven boots to get out of the room, and then goes all the way down to the basement, to the fight pit to train today instead of the training room.
Okay.
So that everybody can get some good sleep.
All right, sounds good. And then what are the three of you doing? Wolf, this is the first morning that you have spent in this new manner. What is your current plan?
What time does Kronk get up?
I hate to say it, but probably dawn.
Which in the winter months, dawn is fucking early, like closer to around 5.
I think being the first night back and still not 100% sure how everyone was with him, he would have been wanting to train because he hasn't got to do that in 20 days either. So either he got down there just after Kronk, or if not just before him, like he was already in there.
You would have woken up to hearing the floorboards creak underneath his weight. There wouldn't be any clomp, clomp, clomp as his feet actually passed by, but you would hear just the floorboards kind of groaning with each step that he took.
Would be weird because I don't know about these boots.
No, not at all. You have
so it was a partial. What the fuck?
and you see that Kronk is wearing.
A bit going.
And Kronk's wearing these very nice regal purple boots.
I'll pull out my sharp rock.
Yeah, and so you go down, and it is Wolf and Kronk training first thing in the morning, just kind of going at it, making sure that they can get their forms correct, making sure that you've stretched well through the day. And then Hubris and Ghost, you guys wake up, and it is now around, it's around 8 o'clock at this point.
If I wake up before Hubris, I would like to attempt to sneak in his room.
Okay.
Is he up?
Hubris is like in his chair like this, with like his coat over him.
Drill coming out one side.
It's gonna be a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be because he's in a chair. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it anyways.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak in I'm gonna attempt to sneak in and like place myself next to him on the chair and pretend like I'm sleeping.
Okay, make a stealth check, Hubris. Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Aw.
Got a 6.
I got a 5.
Beautiful!
Works!
Beautiful! Hubris, you do not hear as Ghost comes in your room, and Ghost, you place yourself on the chair to the point where, like, are you looking at Hubris while he's sleeping, or are you, like, back to Hubris? So it's like he'll wake up and see the back of your head.
Back to Hubris.
Okay. So you go and lay onto his recliner chairs in a way that he'll wake up and see the back of your head when he does wake up. But as you go to set yourself into the chair, you do not realize where the fulcrum point is on this chair, and you guys actually start leaning backwards as the chair topples over, waking you both up as you collide down onto the floor. Ghost, you kind of roll forward a little bit. So that way you're actually a little bit farther up than Hubris. And Hubris, when you open up and wait and look with your eyes as they open, it is just Ghost's chest, like right in front of your eyes.
Ah!
Ah!
What? What?
Ah!
What?
I-
What am I doing here?
What are you doing here? I went to bed alone. Or chair alone.
Did you?
I only have the one chair.
I don't remember going to bed.
I watched you go into your room.
I don't believe you.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't intoxicated enough to invite you to this solitary recliner chair to have anything to do with, you know, banging.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Hubris, I can't remember anything.
Is she dressed?
Yeah. I like a state of misdress, unless, Ghost, you adjusted yourself at all. So yeah, it's like halfway out of clothes.
Oh, he takes his coat. He puts it over her.
I'm not a child.
I don't remember anything.
You don't remember?
No, I don't. I fixed part of my gun, got into my chair, put it into recline. Oh, he looks to his chair.
Yeah.
And like lifts up the bottom seat.
And you can see that everything inside is just tumbled down to one corner of the chair.
Oh, that could have been bad.
Ah! Marilorian, thank you for the sub!
Yay!
Greybeard, you know what to do?
No.
Woo!
Do it.
Yeah.
Lorian, when we get new followers, and when I'm on the air, I take this mallet and I hit that guy in the face.
But he's a sub!
Yay!
He's a sub! Yeah!
Yay!
You don't remember what happened either.
No.
Was I really that bad?
I don't know. You were getting kind of handsy. I remember that.
I'm so sorry. I really don't remember anything. And he's like riding up his chair.
Yeah. And you can just hear that there are the sounds of bottles and tinctures just kind of falling against each other as you right your chair, as the contents from within the secret compartment just seem to roll back into a previous place.
Well, I don't know what to do about this. I feel so.
Does this mean we have to get married? Do I have to meet your Oh, wait, no. Shit. I'm so sorry. I didn't.
And Ghost goes from looking like kind of playful to looking very stern.
No, he's really apologetic. Like, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to.
Kronk, did the temperature just drop like 10 degrees down here?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, fucking cold all of a sudden.
And I'm a Goliath. How did I notice?
I believe bedside etiquette demands that I owe you breakfast. Right?
I
that
think
how this
that's
works?
The least that you could owe me right in this moment.
Okay. Like steps over the chair and like walks over to this dresser and starts like getting ready.
I button up.
Oh
Have you seen my tattoo before?
no.
Yeah, I'm the only
Yes.
one that hasn't.
No.
Because I'm the only
Yeah.
person that can read it, apart from you.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
I've seen the
You would've
tattoo.
seen it. Yeah, you would have seen it last night with the.
And then you looked away real quick, Hubris.
Yeah.
No, I mean the initial like when
she had first come back to life, yes.
yeah.
Oh right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you were there when I was in the nude. All right. Yeah. So I start buttoning up.
All right, and as you are buttoning up in Hubris, as you are you like, were you getting new clothes out? What was your plan?
He was getting like his usual outfit out and like getting dressed like hurriedly, and he like stops midway.
Okay.
Do you remember anything from not last night? I mean, like that night you died.
Which part? The being set on fire or going to the afterlife?
Yes.
Yes.
Just wanted to know.
Seems like an odd time to bring this up.
No, just I've had a lot of questions about that. It's weird, you know, people don't tend to come back to life. Especially as a servant to a deity of revenge.
Justice.
Hi. Yeah. I don't know. I've been in a very weird place recently, you know.
Hubris, I would like for you to make a perception check.
Why couldn't that be the 19?
With your 19, as you were in the middle of talking and you kind of have your hand on the back of your head, just scratching it, trying to make this morning conversation with Ghost, you see a intense flash of light out of the window that you have in the in your bedroom library area that you have kind of staked claim as your own. And as this flash of light occurs, it is followed with just this loud, thunderous as the windows begin to shake on the manor itself, and you begin to hear people crying and screaming out in pain and horror. And as you rush over to the window, you can see what looks to be a black soot mark leading up one side of the building. There is another half ring of it on the ground that seems to extend out. There is smoke that is just sort of billowing out from this scarred area. And in the center of this, you can actually see what looks to be 4 or 5 bodies that have all just been charred black, all just kind of scattered intermittently throughout. And you see that there are other people that are just now kind of like screaming out in terror. They have absolutely no idea what is going on. And you hear cries out, "Someone call the guard! Someone call the guard!" And Kronk and Wolf, you guys feel the ground shake from above you, and there is a little bit of dust that comes down from the ceiling as you just hear this loud, thunderous boom erupt from the floor above you.
Kronk, out of just sheer habit, snatches the ball and chain off the wall and gives it a whirl, and then like wraps it around his arm, and then immediately lumps up the ladder and out into the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gone.
I just said, let's go, and ran.
Hubris looks out the window, looks at the table at his gun, grabs it, and mutters, 9 hells.
All right.
It wasn't me. I'm just putting it out there. Just because I'm back, an explosion happens. I've reformed, guys.
I'm gonna run in and grab my gauntlets
Okay.
before I run outside.
So yeah, you guys all make sure to grab your weaponry, grab whatever bits and pieces that you can to help in this moment, in this dire situation that seems to have occurred in the midst of what would otherwise be a very casual, very lulling moment. And you can just smell the acrid scent of smoke as it hits your lungs, as steam from the frost that was on the ground begins to kind of just fill this alleyway, surrounding what you can see to be 8 charred figures, all within this large blast radius that seem to have been centered there. And that is where we are going to take our call for the evening. So I would like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stop by. Thank you for the raid. You guys were incredible. I am so happy to see so many new faces and to get so many new people into chat. Again, you guys are awesome. For anybody who has subscribed lately during this time, if you go to your Twitch and Discord connections, make sure that they are connected and you can find your way into the Indoor Adventurer Discord chat, which is probably the most active Discord chat that I am a part of, which I know sounds weird coming from the person who runs the chat, but like, seriously, it is a good time, and you can hang out with myself, you can hang out with LB, Barry, Greybeard, and RJustice as we all deal with the repercussions of games such as this. We also run a game on Monday nights, which is not like this, but also equally as fun. We also have I have a giveaway going on for followers of the channel, so I will post the link in that, but I'm going to be posting that while RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, I am RJ, or RJustice282 on the interwebs. You can find me at RJustice282 on Twitter or here on Twitch. And also on the Monday games as our Shatterkai cleric, Calum, who is currently doing his priestly duties. I said duty.
All right, Greybeard, where can we find you? What do you do?
Duty.
I'm Greybeard of Greybeards Tavern, Twitch, Twitter, Tumblr, greybeardstavern.com. You can find all my links and whatnot. Check me out on Sunday mornings where I play Darkest Dungeon. We're weeks and weeks and weeks in. It's great. We can name a character after you. And as you can tell, I just love some props. So, come on by and check it out.
The biggest... The best and most horrific part about you picking a fighter was that legitimately every weapon you've had, I just see you reach off screen and then later pull out to show us. It's been fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been absolutely incredible. And then Barry, where can we find you? What do you do?
You can find me Twitter and Twitch at DerekBarry. I have just received a key for Fallout 76, so either morning time for you guys or night time tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming Fallout 76.
That sounds awesome. If you do it while I'm at work, I am definitely going to lurk in your chat and just watch you play games.
Well, depends if I'm working tonight. It'll either be after, or if I'm not working, it'll be during.
Yes.
Let's just do a massive stream. I'll have a nap and then I'll just stream.
All right. And I am the Indoor Adventurer, and you have come to the Indoor Adventurer chat. Oh, sorry.
What
RJ!
the fuck, Indoor? What the fuck?
I want to talk to you guys anyways.
I thought we had you start. Oh,
No,
LB! Damn it!
That's why I was shocked, because I'm always after, like,
That was my
I'm
bad.
always last.
I saw you go around the circle and you were like, RJ, let's go this way. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go that.
Now I'm in Hubris's shoes.
Oh,
You're in the doghouse now, buddy.
I'm LBHackEmUp. You can find me
Well,
on Twitter sometimes at LBHackEmUp, and I'm on the Discord a lot. But I also play a barbarian halfling on the Monday show named Gwen, who is, along with Flailing Wings, matchmaker extraordinaire. So
It's true.
it went so well.
Fingers crossed. And like I said earlier, as Wings most properly described, I have foot and mouth disease. But I am the indoor adventurer. You can find me here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time to around this time, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, where I DM a homebrew campaign. And then Tuesdays, we have this wonderful crew for Waterdeep Dragon Heist. And on Wednesdays, I just play Neverwinter with my buddy Reeves. Although tomorrow is going to be a slightly shorter stream than I normally do, but that is because there is a concert in town that I want to go to, so I'm going to be going to do that. But as another general reminder, if you want to find your way into the Discord chat, there are two ways. You can either subscribe to us on Twitch, or you can join the Patreon that we have set up. And the Patreon through the Patreon, I am building out adventures every month that I send out to patrons, and you also get access to the Discord community. It's super fun, and I recommend that you go do that. And I will post the link to that in chat as well.
After show.
And through our Patreon, we also have an after show for the Monday night and the Tuesday night game, where we go in and actually talk about our character choices and decisions that we have made. So if that kind of thing interests you, you can help us out, and we can help entertain you for hours and hours and hours of content. But until tomorrow, that is when I will see you guys. But other than that, and RJ and I and Flailing Wings are all going to be at PAX Unplugged. So if you come and recognize this face or this face, please stop and say hello and let us know that we're doing either an okay job, or tell me what I can improve, please. I will take your considerations to heart. But we will see you guys shortly.
I have an improvement you can make.
Yes.
Don't give away other people's houses.
Don't get caught. So until then, we will see you guys later. And again, thank you all so much for stopping by. All right, everybody.